Every now and then, we get a particularly handsome set of dogs coming in.
Hey, good looking.
Has anyone ever told you what a stunner you are? But being a looker, that beautiful face comes with its own set of problems. This week, we've got a pretty Pomeranian who's extremely spoilt. No bed sits in Peckham for you. Oh, no. No, this is the dog that's used to Raffles Hotel. A striking lurcher who's rather fickle. See, I was just gone off with Sean now and left me alone to it. And an amorous pair.
You love her, don't you?
Who just can't keep their paws off each other. I don't know what she's been up to.
How's about looking something of me?
My first meeting of the day is with 2-year-old lurcher Arthur.
Come on, pretty baby, let's move it and a groove it.
Arthur's come in because his owner can no longer care for him. And he's bursting with energy. Oh, God, look, here he is. Hiya, Adele.
Hiya.
Arthur.
Hey, this is...
What are we going to do with Uncle Arthur? Where's that boy? Where's Arthur? You're very handsome. Did you know that? Has anyone ever told you what a stunner you are? Well, Arthur, you're not struggling in the looks department, but I am concerned about that foot. What's happened to his paw? Was he born like that?
He's broken his leg.
Oh.
He's had an operation on it, and it's not set properly.
And you don't think it's bothering him at all? No, he's just adapted to it?
Yeah, he just like, you saw he pulls on the lead. He's still got that kind of young dog energy.
I can see now, you know, it's very odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to take him to Sean?
Yeah, yeah.
Arthur, do you want to come for a walk with me? He's a good boy, yes you are, you're my boy, aren't you? Here we go.
Slow down.
Arthur, slow down. Oh, yeah, well, he seems very keen to see the vet. Slow down.
Baby, now you're moving way too fast.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. You can't half-leg it.
Oh, hi, Paul.
Hiya, Sean.
He's going to sink into the floor.
Come in.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I see. Not quite so enthusiastic now, Arthur. He's got a very strange paw.
I think 6 months ago, he had a break right at the end of his forearm there. I think initially, probably for financial reasons, the client chose to have it just splinted, which isn't always the ideal. Sometimes it works out, but not always in this case. It didn't. You can see there, it's actually, that angle is normal and that one's almost flat on the floor, so that probably is a bit uncomfortable for him at times. We get him x-rayed, that will tell us everything. All right, let's see what happens.
See you later, Arthur. Be a good boy. Go on, in you go. So it's just a waiting game now. See, I was just gone off with Sean now and left me alone to it. Dogs, so fickle. They really are. Like Arthur, many of the dogs that come in here are energetic and boisterous. But there's also the more docile, introvert souls.
Who can I turn to when nobody needs me?
Like this little Maltese cross, who's just been found wandering the streets of London.
Not too bad. Oh, a bit of torso.
The staff think she's about 5 or 6 years old, and they've called her Marshmallow. Aren't you a little cutie? Can I sit in your basket? Oh, look at this. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Paul?
I'm in my element with this little darling.
She's lovely, isn't she?
Isn't she? What's she crossed with?
We think she might be crossed with a Bichon.
2 lovely breeds there. I've got a Maltese at home, and all she wants to do is sit me knee.
No, yeah,
They
they're
really
lovely
are.
dogs.
They're
yeah.
just beautiful little dogs. Has she got any medical problems?
Not that we're aware of, no, but obviously we don't have a history on her because she was a stray. She was in a right state, bless her.
Oh, poor little thing.
Yeah.
Little dog like this roaming the streets.
I
Are you
know.
comfy there, sweetheart? You get there and make yourself comfy. There. This is all they want to do.
Yep.
All day.
All day.
Oh, sweetie. All right, before I get too comfy here, I've just got to get myself out of this dog bed. There you go. Beautifully done. Not even a groan. That's because I do Pilates every morning before I come into work. And then when I go home, I do 2 hours of martial arts. Now, Battersea sees its fair share of mongrels, if you'll pardon the phrase. And there are plenty of the less fancy breeds. Oh, that beautiful old Staffy, look at him. But every now and again, you come across the posh ones. Oh, look at this. Wait till you see this. It's a Pomeranian. I should have worn a tie and a suit. Hiya.
Hello.
Hello, you. Look at you. Aren't you pretty? Meet Jet, a 10-year-old Pomeranian.
My castle's a room where each night I'm alone.
Formerly a resident of Singapore, this little jet setter's found himself relocated to Battersea. And handler Sophia's been helping him to acclimatise.
I'm the king of broken hearts.
The reason he was brought in, the other dog was bullying him a little bit, and they were able to manage it before when they were in a bigger property.
So poor old Jet drew the short straw.
His owner said he was quite a fan of coconut sorbet in Singapore.
That's Singapore for you with the spoils. Can I have a drink?
What's that?
No? Probably only drinks mineral water or something. No bed sits in Peckham for you. Oh, no. No, this is the dog that's used to Raffles Hotel. You know? See, these are funny little dogs, aren't they, Pomeranians? Because normally they bond with one person.
Yeah, he's quite bonded with me at the moment.
And they are good. They're really good dogs.
Yeah, he's a good little companion dog.
Yeah. And what's he like in kennels?
He's just quite sad in his bed. He's kind of one of those silent stressors, so you can tell he's not happy.
Such a shame. Jet's behaviour is unusual for a Pomeranian, even for one suffering stress. Normally, they pace about the kennel when they're anxious, but Jet seems more comfortable staying still.
They were concerned about his patellas, so he will go under general anaesthetic and they'll x-ray his patellas.
The patella is the kneecap, which can sometimes slip out of place. And Jet's history shows he's previously had an operation on both of them. So the vet team want to be sure that they're not causing him arthritis. Now, I'm afraid Arthur is being troubled by his old surgery, as his wonky paw is now making him limp. So I'm going to cheer him up with his favourite doggy delicacy. Pig's ears. Oh, this has got a vein in it. Here he is. What have I got for you? Come and see. Where's that boy, eh? How you doing, Macy? Do you want a bit of this? Go on, then. How's your paw? The way he's moving looks like it's causing him pain. Yeah, see, he's lifting his paw up. Maybe it is sore. Does your paw hurt? It's a boy, come on. Arthur's x-rays are now back in clinic. It's a good boy, yes. So it's time to get Sean's expert opinion.
How have you found him getting on with this?
I think it's got worse, you know.
Yeah, it's just a little uncomfortable for him. So right at the end of his forearm, there are two plates here, and you can see perhaps that this one behind here, which is at right angles, is broken. And so you can see now that this has set skew-if. So these plates will need to be removed, and then this leg will need to be cut and reset in a straight line. It is a shame that we have to do this, but I don't think he's going to get through a whole life with his leg as it is. It's for him.
And he's a great dog.
He's a lovely dog.
He is, isn't he?
Be quite a long recovery, and we're going to have to be quite careful with him because he's lively, of course.
Very.
And you know, for those weeks after the surgery, we'll need to find a way to keep him quiet and restrict his exercise. Yeah, so.
I know they're going to say that's your job, Paul, to keep him quiet. So we're going to fix your leg up. How do you feel about that? A little operation, and then you've got to take it easy afterwards, and then you can go to a nice home. Oh, he's lovely.
Yeah.
He really is, isn't he? Yeah. And he's worth the effort, you know.
He definitely is.
Yeah, aren't you? Hey, you special boy. been a week since Jess arrived and his mood still hasn't improved. So I've arranged for him to go on a date with one of the locals. My little Maltese cross marshmallow.
Guys talk, girl talk, it happens everywhere.
I've got a lovely looking bloke lined up for you, young lady. Come on, let's go out. Here we go. Where are we going? Oh, she's off to trot. She can't wait to get out. So, time to work it, Marshmallow. Come on. Who's this? She's not remotely interested. Now, don't be put off by his barnet. It'll grow back soon.
Yeah.
Oh. Perhaps they'll get on better if we, give them some space. He's a nice-looking lad, isn't he? And he's been around the block. He's had a few bob in his time, you know. You don't live cheap in Singapore. Go on, get over there and introduce yourself. Go on, there's the girl. Oh, hang on. Is he approaching? What do you think of her? Is she nice, eh? What do you reckon? What do you think of her? Is she nice? Hey, little man. With your foxy face. Oh, hang on. She's gone over for a sniff. Oh, hey up. We're sniffing. Yeah. Oh, she wants to play. Hey, little man. And he's sort of coming out of his shell a bit now. And it doesn't take that long for the romance to really blossom.
Spring is here, the sky is blue.
I might need to buy a hat here.
They absolutely love each other. We've had them in the office together quite a lot, and they just lay and they sleep together.
I'm not sure that's allowed, you know.
And they're really, really bonded. Marshmallow is slightly more confident than Jet, so he really gets confidence from her.
But having far less fun is Arthur, because today is surgery day at the Queen Mother Hospital for Animals in North London, where Matthew Peace is leading the team.
These are Arthur's radiographs. We're going to take a wedge out of his leg, straighten the leg, and then we're going to put some more metalwork, some plates and screws back in to hold that repair together.
You heard the man. It's a very long and fiddly operation.
The dog's produced a lot of bone, and when you've had plates in situ like that for a while, the bone's all the way around the plate. It's tough.
After 3.5 hours on the operating table, Matthew's happy with the straightened leg and the position that Arthur's foot is now in. So I'm going to leave him to sleep it off. Back at Battersea, we've just about managed to prise Jet away from Marshmallow for long enough to x-ray his patellas. And now that the anaesthetic's worn off, it's time to get the verdict from vet Sophie.
The x-rays have showed that the left knee is healed really well and there's minimal arthritis in that knee, which is great. The right knee also doesn't have much arthritis in it either.
Brilliant.
He does have some arthritis in his right hip. So what we're actually thinking is that the way that he walks is more to do with his hip than his knee.
His knees. Well, that's good news about the knees, but what does that mean for his hip?
Based on his age and the fact that he is coping very well, we wouldn't recommend surgery for him at this stage. He's been doing really well on some pain medication that we've been giving him.
Good. Oh, well, that's good news, Jet. You don't need an operation. But we do need to give you a full check-over just to see how you're moving.
So he's quite comfortable there, where I'm just
he's
pulling
not
out his hip.
flinching or anything, are you?
And again, we can feel his kneecap does move in and out, but he's not reacting to that. He does seem comfortable.
He's quite toughy. And the only thing left to do now is to have a look at his walk. Best foot forward, or best paw forward. Do you hear?
Come on,
He's a good boy. Come on. Come on. Here's a lad.
Will he do it a little bit quicker?
Come on, then. Here we go. He's a good boy.
So he still has a slightly abnormal gait, but it's much, much better than since he started the pain relief.
Yeah.
So I think the best course of action for him would be to find him a nice home where they're going to do enough exercise to keep his weight down, but not somebody who's going to be out walking for hours
too
each
much for
day.
him. Oh, brilliant. Do you hear that? You can go off to a new home now. So no more slamming it in kennels. Oh, no. He's so snotty, isn't he? Look at him. I feel like his servant, you know what I mean? Come along, young master. I shall take ye back to ye kennel.
The big stuff. Who do you think you are? Mr. Big Stuff.
Unfortunately, Arthur is still some way off finding a home.
Good boy.
He's now back from hospital. Hi, sure.
hey, Paul.
Hello, Arthur. How
Yeah.
are you, little man?
It's 3 weeks now since he had his surgery at the college. It's quite a complicated job.
It looks like a Meccano set, doesn't
Yeah.
it, isn't it?
It's very impressive surgery.
Come on, Arthur. But even after major surgery, he still has the urge to leg it. God, he's got some strength on him,
Strong,
sure.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want him to go mad on the... No,
No,
he's got to take
no,
it really
absolutely
easy.
not.
Yeah. He wants to get off the lead and go hell for leather. He's not going to be able to do that for some time. To recover fully, Arthur needs to take life at a more relaxed pace. So he's gone to a countryside retreat on Foster with vet nurse Elle.
I met Arthur when he came into the hospital to have his surgery to repair his leg. You've been a good boy.
And she seems to have fallen for the old boy's charms.
He has an enormous personality. He's a very cheeky little chap, and he's also got bags of love. Good boy.
Just take one,
But it's a full-time job keeping him calm.
just one step at a time.
We've started just in the garden with him on a lead, using food to positively reinforce him to walk nicely, and we're now able to go out and about in the village, and we're seeing he's much better on the lead. Good boy. Let's go.
He's making steps in the right direction, but there's still a long way to go.
We have good days and bad days. Some days he gets out of bed, he is really well behaved, and he's listening to all those training cues throughout the day. Come on then. And then there's other times he's very, very defiant and mischievous.
Yeah, well, I can relate to that.
He's getting lots of treats along the way to help with his training.
Just one step, step on.
You just gotta be patient, fella. When she's not talking to wolves, Shirley Valentine will tell you that all great holiday romances have to come to an end. And I'm afraid Marshmallow and Jet are no exception, as they're being rehomed separately. Thankfully, we've managed to find a home that meets Jet's standards.
You do like your ears being rubbed, don't you? Is that nice?
Give me some of that sweet, sweet loving.
And the special treatment doesn't stop there.
He refuses to have any tin food. This morning he had chicken's liver, but the rest of the week he has fresh chicken and vegetables.
Give me some of that sweet, sweet loving. The kind you get from kissing and hugging.
Oh, good boy. How about kiss? Give me a kiss. Good boy.
While Jet's been spoiled rotten, poor old Marshmallow's been left behind, and she's feeling a bit under the weather.
Unfortunately, she's now started showing some signs of cystitis.
Well, I've heard cranberry juice works wonders, but the Battersea vets have prescribed antibiotics. To see if they're working, vet nurse Georgia has to get a wee sample for analysis.
She also has a tendency to squat quite low to the ground, sort of a swift movement. Fingers crossed.
Marshmallow!
I think she's a bit embarrassed myself.
Wee-wee.
Marshmallow, not Georgia.
I think she went a little bit camera shy, bless her. Oh no. It's just like a little drop at a time. Good girl.
With a couple of drops a week collected for the tests, it's just a short wait to see if she's shaken off the cystitis. Apparently you get that from having it off. So I don't know what she's been up to. You're sat in the knee of a sex symbol here and you're ignoring me. Isn't getting wee off a dog virtually impossible?
It was a challenge, but the good news is anyway that there's no growth in the culture is sterile, so we're now stopping the antibiotics and her symptoms are stopped as it happens, so
Brilliant.
She's good to go.
Yay. Now Marshmallow's been given the all clear. Come on, who's that over there? I'll drop her back to Loddon, who's been fostering her. Hi, Loddon, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm all right. She's a joy.
Isn't she?
Come here, well, let's take you off your lead. There's a good girl.
Hello, baby.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
And you've been fostering her?
I have, yes, but she's already settled in really, really well.
Has she?
She's incredibly affectionate.
Oh, she is.
She does like to be a little lap dog.
Yeah, you're keeping her?
Yeah,
Yay.
definitely.
I mean, look at the way she sits there like that.
I know. And this is her favourite thing to do of an evening in front of the TV.
telly. And a few weeks on in Beckenham.
Oh, my beautiful girl. I honestly feel as though we are kindred spirits. We are very similar in personality. So we get on extremely well. Hello, lovely. How could you not love those soulful human eyes? I mean, I just can't even really explain how much I love this dog. She's just a happy-go-lucky little dog. Good girl.
Nah, no more holiday flings, Marshmallow, for you. You've finally found true love with Loddon.